Welcome to Unsealed Evidence. I'm Sable. This part of the affidavit is where investigators share what they saw while interviewing the individuals involved. The behavior, the emotional shifts, the reactions, the hesitations, and the moments that raised concerns. These aren't conclusions of guilt. They are observations documented by law enforcement during the investigation. If you are unfamiliar with the Rebecca Park case, you can see a complete case breakdown at www.unsealedevidence.com. Let's unseal this. This section of the affidavit is hard to read because it strips away the what happened and focuses on the human reactions investigators witnessed during questioning. And those reactions were unsettling. These are allegations, not facts. But they show the emotional landscape investigators walked into while trying to uncover what happened to Rebecca and her baby. This video contains disturbing investigative behavior descriptions, emotional breakdowns, contradictions, and alleged reactions to discussions about Rebecca's death and the baby. Please take care before reading. According to the affidavit, investigators noted that emotional responses didn't come at the moments you'd expect. There were times when one person reportedly showed no visible emotion when describing violent or traumatic details, then suddenly shut down, cried, or became angry only when questions turned toward self-incrimination. The other allegedly became emotional only when investigators mentioned the baby, not when discussing Rebecca. The document notes these shifts repeatedly, not to assign guilt, but to show how difficult it was to get consistent, emotionally coherent answers. Investigators documented avoiding eye contact at key moments, answering slowly or hesitantly when questions referenced the baby, becoming defensive or irritated when contradictions were pointed out, sudden "I don't remember" moments immediately after being confronted with evidence, attempts to change the subject or pivot to unrelated details, shutting down emotionally when asked direct questions. At one point, investigators noted how drastically one person's demeanor changed as soon as they were asked to clarify who handled the baby. That shift is highlighted in the affidavit because it stood out so strongly during questioning. The affidavit mentions moments where one individual allegedly appeared detached, unbothered, staring blankly, answering in a calm tone, even while describing life-ending moments. Later, in the same interview, emotional reactions would appear, but not at the moments investigators expected. These disconnects were significant enough for investigators to document them. According to the affidavit, investigators noted repeated efforts to redirect the conversation, attempts to bring unrelated people into the discussion, sudden claims that someone else might know more, backtracking after hearing what the other person said. One thing investigators highlighted: both individuals allegedly shifted blame only after being told what the other had said. It became a pattern. One of the most consistent observations in the affidavit is this: as soon as investigators revealed a timeline issue, phone record conflict, or discrepancy, the story changed. This was documented repeatedly. I didn't go there. Confronted with phone ping. Okay, I went there. I didn't touch that. Confronted with interview mismatch. Okay, I did. I don't remember. Confronted with evidence. That jogs my memory. Investigators reference this pattern over and over. The hardest part of this section isn't the accusations. It's the inconsistency of the emotional responses. Investigators weren't documenting guilt. They were documenting the struggle to obtain a full, consistent, truthful accounting of what happened to a mother at 39 weeks pregnant and her baby boy who never had a chance. They were documenting reaction after reaction that didn't fit the severity of the situation. They were documenting how hard it was to find clarity for Rebecca. They were documenting heartbreak, their own and the community's. Everything described here is a summary of allegations documented in the affidavit, not proven facts. No part of this establishes guilt. Every individual named is innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. Every case has missing pieces, and we're here to find them. Unsealed Evidence digs into the documents, the timelines, the evidence they don't talk about. You can read every breakdown at unsealedevidence.com and follow us for updates, new findings, and deeper dives. We don't look away. We don't sugarcoat. We search until the truth shows itself. This is Unsealed Evidence.